10 incredible stories of people who accidentally escaped death. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes fate intervenes astonishingly. In this video, we explore 10 remarkable stories of individuals who narrowly escaped death by sheer chance or unexpected circumstances. Number 1. Steve McQueen's last-minute change of plans. In 1969, American actor Steve McQueen had planned to visit actress Sharon Tate's home, but a last-minute invitation from a friend changed his plans. That same night, Tate and 4 others were brutally murdered by members of the Manson family cult. McQueen was horrified to learn later that he had been on Charles Manson's hit list, meaning he could have been another victim. Shaken by this close call, he took his safety more seriously. From that moment on, McQueen carried a handgun at all times, fearing another potential attack and ensuring he was always prepared for danger. Number 2. The fortune of football legend George Halas. In July 1915, George Halas, a college student and future football legend, planned to attend a company picnic aboard the SS Eastland in Chicago. However, he was running late and missed the boarding. Moments later, tragedy struck. The overcrowded ship capsized in the Chicago River, leading to the deaths of more than 800 people. Had Halas arrived on time, he would have been among the victims. His tardiness, often seen as a flaw, turned into a stroke of fate that saved his life. This near-death experience became one of the most remarkable twists in his extraordinary journey. Number 3. The amazing survival of Croatian music teacher Frane Cilic. Frane Cilic, a Croatian music teacher, is often regarded as the world's luckiest or unluckiest man due to his astonishing survival stories. In 1962, he survived when his train derailed and plunged into an icy river. The following year, in 1963, he was blown out of a malfunctioning plane mid-air, landing safely in a haystack. In 1966, he walked away unharmed from a bus crash into a river. He narrowly escaped 2 car fires in 1970 and 1973. In 1995, he was hit by a bus but suffered only minor injuries. The next year, in 1996, he swerved off a cliff to avoid a collision, but miraculously landed in a tree. As if fate hadn't tested him enough, in 2003, he won 900,000 euros in the lottery. However, rather than living lavishly, he later gave away most of his fortune, choosing to live a simple and peaceful life. Number 4. Jan Balsrud's Arctic escape. Norwegian commando. Jan Balsrud's escape during World War II is a tale of extreme survival. After a failed raid, he swam through freezing waters to evade the Germans. Alone in the Arctic wilderness, he survived an avalanche, endured severe frostbite, and to prevent gangrene, amputated his toes. Despite unbearable pain, he continued his journey with the help of Norwegian locals, who risked their lives to aid him. Against all odds, he eventually reached neutral Sweden, securing his freedom. His resilience and determination made his story one of the most incredible survival feats of World War II. Number 5. Escape artist Dean Gunnarsson. Escape artist Dean Gunnarsson experienced a terrifying near-death moment in 1983 during a daring stunt that nearly claimed his life. He was handcuffed, chained, and sealed inside a nailed-shut coffin, which was then submerged in a river. The escape was supposed to showcase his incredible skill, but something went wrong. Trapped underwater, he was unable to free himself in time. By the time rescuers reached him, he had stopped breathing. Fortunately, paramedics on the scene acted quickly, performing emergency resuscitation and saving his life. This harrowing experience only strengthened his determination to continue his death-defying career. Number 6. Jack van der Geest's resurrection. Jack van der Geest, a member of the Dutch resistance, was captured by the Nazis and sent to Buchenwald concentration camp during World War II. Brutally treated, he was eventually declared dead and placed among corpses awaiting disposal. However, he miraculously regained consciousness and seized a rare opportunity to escape. With remarkable courage, he overpowered a guard, took his uniform, and boldly walked out of the camp undetected. Against all odds, he escaped to freedom, later joining the Allies to fight against the Nazis. His daring escape remains one of the most incredible survival stories of the war. Number 7. Lincoln Hall's survival on Everest. In 2006, Australian mountaineer Lincoln Hall achieved the extraordinary feat of reaching the summit of Mount Everest. However, on his way down, he suffered from cerebral edema, a life-threatening condition that causes swelling of the brain at high altitudes. He collapsed, and his team, believing he had perished, was forced to leave him behind. Against all odds, he survived the night in the freezing conditions. A rescue team found him alive the next day, sitting up and conscious. Despite severe frostbite, dehydration, and exhaustion, he was safely brought down the mountain and made a remarkable recovery. Number 8. Nicholas Alcamade's freefall. In 1944, RAF tail gunner Nicholas Alcamade found himself in a desperate situation when his bomber was shot down over Germany during World War II. As flames engulfed the aircraft, he discovered that his parachute had been destroyed. Faced with certain death, he made the unthinkable decision to jump from 18,000 feet without a parachute. In a miraculous turn of events, tree branches and soft snow broke his fall, allowing him to survive with only a sprained leg. Captured by the Germans, his story was so unbelievable that they verified it before treating him as a prisoner of war. Number 9. Tsutomu Yamaguchi's double atomic survival. Tsutomu Yamaguchi, a Japanese engineer, experienced one of history's most astonishing survivals. On August 6, 1945, he was in Hiroshima on a business trip when the atomic bomb exploded. Despite being less than 2 miles from ground zero, he survived with burns and minor injuries. Determined to return home, he traveled back to Nagasaki, only to face a second atomic bombing 3 days later on August 9th. Miraculously, he survived again, enduring severe radiation exposure. Defying all odds, he went on to live until the age of 93, becoming a symbol of resilience and peace advocacy. Number 10. Harrison Okini's underwater ordeal. In 2013, Nigerian cook Harrison Okini experienced an unimaginable ordeal when his tugboat capsized and sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Trapped 100 feet underwater, he found himself inside a tiny air pocket, surrounded by darkness and freezing temperatures. With no food and little oxygen, he survived for nearly 3 days, relying on sheer willpower. Rescue divers, expecting only to recover bodies, were shocked to find him alive. His miraculous survival in such extreme conditions is considered one of the most incredible deep-sea rescues in history, earning him worldwide recognition as the man who lived underwater. These extraordinary accounts highlight the unpredictability of life and the resilience of the human spirit. Whether by chance, quick thinking, or sheer willpower, these individuals defied the odds and lived to share their incredible stories.